Yeah, great. Hi, Jeff. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Jeff.
You're on mute, Jeff.
Hi, guys.
Hi, David.
Yeah, terrible, guys, was the answer then. Terrible, absolutely awful.
What, the West Ham win at the weekend? You still?
Can we play you every week, Carl? Is that all right?
Oh, how you won that? I have no idea. Hi, Amy.
Hi. And hi, David. How are you doing, David?
Yeah, not bad, thanks.
Good.
Very
Just
good.
Before Steve does his warm-ups, I'm conscious that he does a warm-up and then I stop and try and explain things, and then the warm-up's almost counterproductive. So it's only taken us a few weeks to get this sorted out. But when we're going to do some movement tonight, as we've done each week. The movement this week, what I want you to really think about is playing a drop from behind the service box. So a straight drop from behind the service box. And when you do that, I want you to think about having a racket preparation that we call is a neutral position. I don't know if you want to put me onto spotlight, Steve.
I think you are somehow already. No,
Am I? No, you're on my spotlight.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. So what we're talking about is having a swing that's neutral. So I would call a neutral racket prep somewhere around waist, elbow out, waist height, racket sort of grip about shoulder height. So from that position there, I can successfully come through slowly and follow through and play a drop, or gain racket head speed momentum and get a drive. So I've got two shot options from the same position. What I'm going to ask you to do is play a drop from behind the service box, straight down to the front wall. Off of that drop shot that you've played, you've got to imagine your opponent is coming in and playing a little drop off of your drop. You're now legs and arms akimbo, flying into the front corner, and you've got to get that ball back. When you get that ball back, guys, I want you to get the ball back in a way that your racket is fully extended. And I'm really fully extended. All I'm going to do is just get the racket face under the ball and literally plop the ball just above the tin. I call it a plop drop. So that's your first movement pattern. So a drop from behind the box, service box, moving in, and a little plop drop. The second one is a drop from behind the service box that you've just done. And as you now move into the front corner to play that little plop drop, from the same position, played the plop drop, I now lift the ball out cross court to the other side. I then come back to the tee, come back in behind the ball, play my drop, come in, plop drop, or the lift out. And we're going to do 4 movements of those. So that's the only technical thing I want you to think about is this extended drop. It's something I believe, David, that coaches don't coach enough. They always say about, excuse me, getting the racket up. It's not always about having the racket up. Sometimes the racket's down by your ankles, and all you can do is literally plop the ball to the front wall, or with the straight arm, lift the ball out cross court. So that's, if you put that in the back of your minds, and then when we come onto the movement, we've got, that's it, Jeff, lovely. But when you lift out cross court, Jeff, I want you to turn your head with it as well, okay? That's it, so you follow the ball. Beautiful demonstration, Jeffrey, beautiful. Lift and follow your head with the ball, okay? And that's it, Amy, and then get back to the tee, and then go back behind the service box and play the drop. So the shot combination is you've played a drop, your opponent's played a drop, you've played a lift out cross court. They've now played a cross court drive back to your right hand side where you come back in and play the drop. 3 shots. Make sense?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah? Brilliant.
Mute earlier.
That's okay. That's brilliant. That saves me explaining it, Steve. We can go straight into it then, buddy. Yeah?
Sounds good. So we're going to go into our warm up.
Okay.
And then.
Okay. Spotlight yourself, Steve.
Yeah, we'll do.
And what we can do when they're doing their ghosting, Steve, we could spot each one individually, can't we? And we can look. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Into our warm-ups then, everyone. So in the space that you have, let's start with the jog. One day the warm-ups will change.
Well, you know.
If it ain't broken, don't fix it, as they say.
Absolutely.
Guys, if I mute it, do I need to mute my... If I do this, is it too noisy?
Not for me.
No, it's fine.
Good.
If
Some
you-
heel flicks, guys. Kicking your
Let me
heels.
know.
And then some high knees.
The opposite of if it ain't fixed, don't. If it's not broken, don't. If it's not broken, don't fix
Here
it.
it's
If you
coming.
always, yeah, if you always do what you always did, you always get what you always got. So
I thought I'd mention that, but it kind of counteracts it, doesn't it? And some star
okay.
jumps. We isolate it though, and we assume that it's a perfect warm up, which is pretty close. Then
It's pretty
you'll
close,
always
isn't it,
have,
Steve?
You'll always have
Yeah.
a pretty close to perfect warm up. Good. Okay. Then we'll go into a couple of gentle lunges. So on your toes here, a forward lunge and then a diagonal lunge, and then change legs, forward lunge, and then a diagonal lunge out in front. Okay, stay nice and light on the feet. Good. Nice, just mixing up a couple there. We're not going to do loads. That's enough. We're going to do some upper body rotations, guys. But this time, I'm going to lock your hands together. We're going to keep your arms super straight and just throw them across behind you, round your body. Okay? Really nice. And then in that locked position with your hands, we're going to swing them down and then throw them up and behind your head. Going to relax down. It's not a squat. Just relax all the way down behind you and then swing up and back. Then relax all the way down and behind your head. Relax down and behind your head. A couple more of those. That's nice. Good. One upper body, but also for your thoracic region of your spine warm up, we're going to do a best way to describe this, I guess, is in a press up position, you're going to bring one foot as far forward as you can on the outside, and then the hand that's closest to your foot, we're going to rotate out to the side. And then we take it back, other foot, other arm rotate. Foot forwards, other arm rotate. In, out. Nice rotation. Okay, just a few more of those, guys, into a little bit of footwork. We're okay to do that diagonal footwork again, Carts?
Yeah, I think that was good. That.
Okay. All right, when we're all up, standing. Is David there? Yeah, great. Okay. So, guys, just a reminder, we've done our lateral footwork. We've done these movements. We've done our forwards and backwards movements from the side that looks like this. We've done these. Okay. Now today we're going to do some diagonal movements where we're going to face the front, go in here and then diagonally behind. So now I'm going diagonally in and then diagonally behind. Okay, so what we're going to do is go effectively into your front left, Jeff. So face the camera. I think right now you're going front right, but I want you to go front left with your leading with your left and then back with your right. So left 2, 3, back 2, 3, left 2, 3, back 2, 3. Okay, back 2, 3, left 2, 3, back 2, 3. Good. Staying nice and light on your feet, but it's a little bit more of a lunge, and then you can start thinking about having that racket up as you step into that front position with that left. Again, thinking about heel toe placement, staying nice and light on your feet and recovering back to that T position. 2, 3, back 2, 3. Good, Amy. So let's have that racket ready when you get in position. So when you're forwards, is your racket, your arm? Yeah, good. A little bit faster now. Good. 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. Good. Let's have a look at David. Yeah, 2, 3, back 2, 3. Yeah, I like that. Very nice. Good. Okay, so now we're going to adjust. We're going to go front right, leading with the right. Okay, so I'm coming 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. Bracket up 2, 3, back 2, 3. Maybe even a bit more of a turn with the shoulders. Back 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. Open up.
May I suggest here, Steve, that is actually the movement that we're looking for when you follow up your drop shot from the back, from the right hand side. I would suggest you play that off of the right foot, not the left foot.
Yeah,
I know
definitely.
you've been told that it should be right foot, on left foot on the right hand side, but when Steve does it, when you do it, you find you get a little bit more reach. You're not blocking because you're a long way forward. So it's a real lunge and just open the face. Try and get a little bit lower, Jeff. If you can get the racket face just that little bit lower, just imagine. Yeah, that's good preparation for what we're going to be doing in a minute. Lovely. I'm not comfortable on a personal note playing the backhand drop off the left foot that you've just been practicing. I would be playing my backhand drop off my right foot as well. But I think it's very much horses for courses, and you do what you feel comfortable with. But certainly when you're extending on that right hand front corner, I would suggest you play it off the right foot personally. Gives you a little bit more reach.
We're actually going to go into that now, unless you want to move on to your movement section.
No, go into that now, Steve. That'd be great.
So,
yeah.
What's quite nice is to then go into the front left corner, but now we're going to lead with that right and back with the left. So lead with the right, as we mentioned, back with the left. So the kind of traditional leg, shall we say, and then back to the tee. So the situation I'm kind of rehearsing for here in this particular movement, although it's looking at footwork, is I'm at the tee. There's a ball just not too far away from me. I'm kind of doing my split step in, playing my shot, and then recovering to the tee. That's why I'm kind of turning here, but then finishing up straight, watching what's going on wherever the ball has just gone. So I'm in right foot, back with the left. So that first, if I'm at the tee, realistically, the first part of movement is going to be that left foot back and then in. So it's going to be left foot back, exploding back, left foot.
Lovely,
right
lovely,
in.
Steve.
Boom. Boom, nice and light and fast, explosive. Rackets ready when we get there. Good, guys. Good. Turn a little bit more there, Amy. Try and turn the shoulders into the shot as well. Yeah, nice. But then come out straight. Good. So we're turning. That's nice. Yeah, good, Jeff. But face the camera first. Get those feet facing me. And then go diagonally into the shot and then finish facing me. That's it. That's nice. Good. Very good. Because if we finish facing that shot, then we might get caught off guard with, remember, we want to be staying on those kind of balls of the feet, not on the toes, on the balls of the feet, ready, facing, but watching. Slightly angled, depending on wherever the ball is, but the feet are ready to change. Okay, let's do that last position now, guys. Just wondering, David, is there a way you can bring your camera down just a touch so we can see your feet? Great, thank you. Cool. Carts, could you have a little look at David in this one? Haven't been able to see his feet that much. So now we're going front right, but leading with the left. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. So now it's across your body with the left 2, back 2, 3.
Yeah. 1,
2, 3, back 2, 3. But again, you can.
That's lovely. That would be more when you've got a bit more time, wouldn't it, Steve? And then probably more the straight option. Not conditionally straight, but probably it allows you to get your shoulders around just a little bit more. Give you the straight option. Yes. Yeah. And that one there, Jeff, might be a little bit more predictable for your opponent. So when you're in that position, you're not necessarily thinking about pace and just cracking the ball. You're thinking about where you're putting the ball. So your opponent knows you're going to play a drive. So there's that time, a little bit more stability in the shot, a little bit more caution over the swing, a little bit more deliberate ball placement. Whereas when you come in on the left, when you come in on the right foot, probably your shoulders are open a bit more. And it's that hard low cross call or the lift out.
Just make sure we're going heel toe there, David. Plant that foot with the heel toe. That's it.
It's good, Steve. Really good.
Touch more rotation. Maybe get the left arm in as well, David. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, don't forget you got a left arm, Amy. Use your left arm
That's
to point
nice.
to the ball as you're about to hit.
Heel toe though, Dave.
Use
heel
your
toe.
left arm, Amy.
That's
Point
it.
to the ball in front of you, Amy. The ball's in front of you. Use your left arm to point to the ball.
And don't worry about just David.
That's it.
Don't worry about really over exaggerating that foot. It doesn't have to be close. It doesn't have to be just like that. It can literally be like that as you plant, as you step in. So if you slow-mo a lot of these kind of clips that we'll see from the pros, it's generally always quite a high planting. It's not kind of close. It's definitely heel toe for as much stability. Yeah, that's nice. Good. And then lean into it. Little swing ready. Yeah, good. Preparation. Nice. Fantastic. That's good, guys. Over to Paul Carter. Maybe sip of water.
Can you see me, Steve? Can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Can you see me here? Yeah.
I can, yeah.
Okay.
Little 5 miler today, class.
Time?
No, didn't time it.
Okay.
I started timing it, but then to be honest with you, I felt sick halfway. It was going to be an 8 miler.
Okay.
It was going to be an 8 miler.
Right, I've got a little marker on the floor that I'm very limited on space. I've got the marker on the floor as being my tee. Okay, so I've got a little marker on the floor as my tee. I'm moving just behind the back of the service box. Nice and compact, neutral racket swing, drop. Not going quite to the tee, and then coming as far forward as I can in the space that I've got. And I'm now in that little plop drop position. I plop the drop in, scurry back to the tee. Opponent gets into it, plays it back. I come back, play the drop, in, little plop drop, back, up, drop, little plop drop. So my arm is fully extended, my racket face is fully open. I can't do much with it other than just plop it onto the front wall. Everyone happy with that? Okay, so not going to time it. It's not a physical exercise. It's very much just trying to think about what you do. Yeah, lovely, David. Crack on, Jeff. Good, Jeff. Lovely. Keep balanced. All the footwork stuff you've been doing with Steve should really start to come. That's lovely. We're getting this down to a fine art, Steve. Very good, Amy. Good.
Are we holding at all at the shot, or are we coming back out quite quickly?
No, just plopping in and getting out, I think, this time.
All
yeah.
Right. Nice.
That's it, Amy. Get behind the ball for the drop. Good. Okay, can I just check in with you all? Just stop for a second. When you're playing that drop from the back of the court behind the service box, I'll give you a demonstration. I will suggest if I'm coming in from a swing here, my racket face is no more open than that. So it's not quite flat. It's certainly not like that. It's almost, there's a slight openness. There's my grip, and I've got the racket face slightly open. That way on, I need to be putting a little bit of a pace on the ball. I can't just go stop and chop into the ball. I'm directing the ball to the front wall. But I'm directing it, David, with a racket face that's just slightly open. That way on, Amy, the ball's not going to come off my racket face and go and take a week to get to the front wall. I'm taking that drop in with a little bit of force. Yeah? I'm not jabbing the ball. If I had all the time in the world and I was by the tee and I had the angle, then I probably would come in with a racket face that's very, very open and chop into the ball. But I haven't. I'm down the sidewall, I'm running the ball in, and then I come in. Does that make sense to you with the racket face? Yeah, everyone happy with that? So think about the racket face and how you're going to run that ball down the sidewall. You're not chopping it, you're running it in. Yeah, lovely, David. Good. Run it in, Jeff, and plop that drop up. Good. Run the drop in, Jeff. Good. Probably needs a little bit more conviction than that, Jeff. It wouldn't have quite made the front wall. Yeah, the follow through. a real silly analogy while you're playing that drop, and carry on while you're doing it. If you can imagine, when you're hitting the ball, there's a cream cake with a load of cream on top. 2 foot in front of it is just the sponge. I want you to take the cream off that cake and just push the cream onto the next sponge. So you're not going into the cream, you're guiding the cream onto the next cake. I mean, it's a bit childish, but it gives you that sort of picture that you're actually pushing the racket head through.
Say that again, Carts.
Well,
I wasn't fast enough to keep up with what you were saying there. That's
okay. So
good. I like it.
When you hit the ball, imagine you've got a cream cake with cream on top of it, and 2 foot in front of that is a cake without any cream. I want you to push the cream off the top onto the next sponge without splatting the cream all up the wall.
Nice.
Does that make sense? I mean, I used that years ago with my little sister. So you're guiding the ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, Amy. Yeah, you're pushing the ball. You're following through the ball. Okay, that's lovely. Let's think about let's think about the other side now. So I move my tee over a little bit. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same movement from the tee behind the shot. You find this easier because the shoulder's in front. Guide the ball in. So it's a nice racket prep. Guide the ball in, and then counter prop at the front. This is why I take that one off the right leg. I feel more comfortable counter propping off the right leg. I can probably get further forward on the left leg, but I feel personally uncomfortable on my left leg. I prefer my right leg there. It's just how I think over the years I've done it. So you choose what you feel most comfortable on, left or right. It's totally up to you. Nice, David. Good. Lovely. Think about the racket angle, the face of the racket angle. So again, it's almost there. It's not opening too much. And this is the thing about playing all these shots that we've talked about over the weeks. You know, the racket angle will depend where you're tight to the sideball, towards the tee. It's going to change all the time. There's not one angle for a drop shot. It's all depend. That's lovely, David. Really good. Probably try and come in, Jeff, after you've played the drop there. Keep the racket down by your ankles now. Just run with it, almost like you're jousting. You know, you're jousting. It's right out in front of you. Yeah, there's no bend. You're just plopping the ball on the front. Straight arm, Jeff. Straight arm. Straight arm. That's it. Almost lead with it. You know, you're not going to get there unless you just lunge out and just plop the ball on the front. Super. Lovely. Okay. Just take yourselves off of mute, Jeff and David, and just tell me what you think about that, because that's different, isn't it? The racket prep is different there. The racket prep is down. That's where you are with it. It's right out there, you know.
Yeah, although it is much easier on the backhand side than the forehand side. I mean, playing a backhand drop because it's easier to work out where the impact point with the ball is going to be. So it's easier to hit the ball next to, in parallel with you. Whereas on the forehand side, you feel as if you've got to get the rackets through far enough to be able to play the drop.
With the forehand, guys, the chest is always getting in the way. You've got, it's blocking it. That's why the shoulder rotation, all the stuff you're doing with Steve, the swings and the loosening up, it's the shoulder rotation that allows you to do it. If you don't rotate the shoulders, it all becomes a jab at the ball. We want you to be able to, we've said before, Jeff, haven't we? It's like the golfing analogy. The less is more. If I time it all through, everything just comes through beautifully. If I try and hit it, I might make contact, I might not. But the backhand has always been easier. Should be. How do you feel, David? Are you okay with that?
Yeah. So I've lost the pictures.
You understand what we're saying about the racket face and the angle and everything?
I think one of the problems I'm finding is reaching forwards for that. Picking it out drop. I'm probably reaching too far forwards, and then the weight's going on the front leg, which.
That is a very valid point. And that does happen in the game. That's why I'm just asking you just to try and get to a stretch that's not too uncomfortable, but the racket is still very low and open, and you just plop. You literally use the back of the hand almost just to put the ball on the wall.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that, Amy?
Yeah.
Good.
It's difficult without a ball.
It's very difficult. Look, you're in a confined space. All I'm trying to get you to think about is when you get back on court, you've got these different racket preparations. So the option from where you are now with that fully extended drop, and I won't do this now, Steve, we'll come back and do this because we spent more time on this than we should have. The next time we come back to the movement is when you're fully extended with that drop, you're going to lift it out cross court. So you've got two options. But we'll do that on the next block, Steve. Otherwise, that's taking a bit longer than I thought we would get the fizz in. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Is that over to me, Cots?
It is, my friend.
Fantastic. Okay, so got some shortish high intensity bursts. The timing for this, Gillian's jumping in now. I'll just admit her in. Perfect timing. She's just in time. The timing is more complicated, so the exercises are simple. Okay, simple to understand reasonably. So the first one, what we're going to do is 20 seconds of
I love the way you put that word in reasonably, Steve.
Right, to cover the bases. 20 seconds of exercise, 10 seconds of rest are Tabata. So we've got 4 exercises. Exercise 1, we're going to do 20 on, 10 off. then exercise 2, 20 on, 10 off, then back to exercise 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 3, 4. That's it. So it'll be 4 minutes. The first 2 are aimed at really increasing your heart rate, which is why we've kept it within those first 2 minutes. And then the next 2 are kind of more about form or lower body strength. So the first one, burpees, nice and simple to understand. It's up to you whether you want to throw in a variation or a press up or dropping to the floor or whatever it might be. But I would recommend for this one because it's only 20 seconds and you're trying to really peak your heart rate, doing as many as you can, as fast as you can. Hi, Gillian, you all right? Would you like, we're about to do something reasonably intense. So would you like to do a few warm-ups, get yourself started and join in whenever you feel? So that's the first one, 20 seconds burpees. The second exercise is tuck jumps. So I'll just demonstrate the tuck jumps. Now you can, again, there's 2 versions of this. You can take this a bit more hardcore, a bit more seriously and go tuck jump and go into it each time. Or you can treat it a bit more like skipping. So kind of do a couple, kind of gentle, and then in, gentle, and up for a tuck jump, okay? It's 20 seconds. Exercise number 3. Now this one, you can grab your rackets if you like. It's fast, short, sharp lunges. So imagine you're on a T position. We're going 1 here, we're going 1 there. Maybe going behind, short lunge, different positions, okay? Just 20 seconds, nice short, sharp movements with your racket ready. And the last one, we're gonna do 3 squats really fast. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna hold. We're gonna hold at the bottom range of the squat for the rest of the 20 seconds. Okay, do we have any questions about those exercises?
What burpee is?
Burpee, Jeff?
Yeah.
Would you be okay? No, I'll demo. Oh, Jeff,
You done it?
1 second. I'll
Monster.
I've only just put you on spotlight, Jeff, because so can we have one more?
So I go do it again.
Yeah, you deliberately done that, Jeff. It's nasty like that.
Stop there. That's enough. That's plenty. So that's a burpee, Amy.
Okay.
Thanks, Jeff. Thank you. Okay, any more questions? You happy with those? Okay, cool. So let's get the timer going. Let's find one. Where's the all right. So 20 seconds of burpees, guys, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Well done, guys. Good, Gillian. Nice, David. One and rest. 10 seconds rest. Okay, next one's going to be the tuck jumps. Starting in 2, 1, go. 20 seconds. Good, knees up in front.
I forgot what it is again.
Watch Jeff, he's still on spotlight. Good, that's it. Thank you, Jeff. I'll take you off spotlight now. It was just convenient. And rest. 10 seconds rest before we go back into burpees, okay? Burpees in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good, guys. Really nice. Two, 1, and rest. Tuck jumps. Last little set of tuck jumps. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Nice, Julian. Good, David. Nice and high and up in front. Fantastic. And rest. Next exercise, fast lunges. So grab your racket if you've got the space to use it with purpose. Short, sharp movements, lunges. Let's go. 20 seconds. Go. Good. Well done, guys. That's it. Nice, David. And rest. Okay, get ready for your 3 squats and hold. 3 fast squats and hold in 2, 1. Let's go. 3 fast squats and holding at the bottom. Good, Gillian. Lovely, David. Nice deep squat. Try and look forwards there, Jeff. Arms out in front. Try and keep your back a little bit straighter. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Get yourself ready for fast lunges. Last minute. In 2, 1, go. Different angles, different positions. You can use those movements as before. Think about the footwork, staying nice and light on your feet. Some positions behind you, some in front.
Get the racket below. Try and use a ball as well, David. Imagine you're getting underneath a ball. You know, there might be a little bit of a lower drop shot. Yeah, getting underneath it. Good.
And rest.
That's it.
Squats ready. Last one in 2, 1, 3 squats and hold. Good. That's it, Jeff. That's nice. Well done, Amy. Good, David. Nice, Gillian. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Grab a quick drink of water, guys. Well done. How did we find that, Amy?
Yeah, it's harder. I have a question for you, Steve, actually.
Thank you.
I've done 3 times now. I have a watch and I know my hubby. My hubby was never above a 120 in the whole time. Is it because I don't push myself hard?
Are you asking right now what device do you have? Is it a Fitbit?
It's Garmin.
Oh, Garmin.
Garmin.
Do you have other workouts to compare it to where your heart rate does get higher?
No, it doesn't. My heart rate never gets higher. I don't know why. It's because I don't push, I think. I'm asking you, I don't know.
The first exercise.
When I go running, if I walk very slowly, my heart rate goes higher. That's true.
Okay. So what we're doing with these exercises is you are having a period of rest to catch up where your heart rate might dip a little bit. What I would expect in those first 2 exercises, if you're taking them really seriously, maybe try it this next round by going really fast, no rest whatsoever in the burpees. Do take your 10 seconds rest by all means, but then go as fast as you possibly can with those tuck jumps. In that first 2-minute period, if you do glance at your watch, perhaps towards the minute and a half mark, I would expect that to go quite a bit higher than 120. However, I always use the chest strap with mine because mine is always, I have a Garmin as well. I always find it a lot more reliable when I use the chest strap as well. But as you said, for you, you might be fitter with those explosive exercises, but you might find it harder with the more endurance-based, longer running, where your heart rate starts to pick up a bit, as you've mentioned.
So you don't think I'm not pushing myself? Because you keep saying to me I need to speed up.
That was just on the footwork earlier.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, guys, ready for round 2? Any questions about those? All right, we're going to go round 2. Starting in 3, burpees, 2, 1, let's go. Good, jump your feet as far back as you can, Amy. Looks good. And rest. Tuck jumps in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Nice.
Good, Gillian. Well done, Gillian. Excellent, David. Well done, Jeff.
And rest. Burpees. In 2, 1. Let's go as fast as you can. As many as you can. Good. Reach above your head as well, Amy. Reach above your head at the top. That's
Good.
it.
Yep.
And rest. Tuck jumps next. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Well done. Really good.
I love a tuck jump just before you start your match. Do your knock up, 10 tuck jumps, heart rate's right up there, ready to go.
You would do this before a match?
10 of them, yeah.
And rest.
Get the heart rate ready for that first punishing rally. Doesn't take you by a shock then.
Fast lunges with the racket. 2, 1. Let's go. Good. Use the footwork. It has to be fast. It has to be fast. Short, sharp. Doesn't have to be a deep lunge. Doesn't have to be a deep lunge. Does have to be fast.
Reactionary shot, isn't it, in the game?
Yes. That's it. And rest. 3 squats and hold. Guys, can you do this side on for me, everyone, now, please? So turn side on to the camera and go. 3 squats. Good. Amy, bring your shoulders back so you're more upright, please. And look forwards.
Oh, it's difficult.
It is difficult. It might mean not going as low. And rest. Fast lunges. 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Nice, Jeff. Good, David. Rest. And last one, guys. Squats and hold. Let's go. Yeah, looks good, David.
Yeah, very good. So you got a bench underneath you, David.
Literally like you're sat on a seat.
Yeah, superb.
Good, Gillian. Well done. 3, 2, 1, and rest, everyone. Have a drink of water. Well done. Over to Paul Carter for our second movement session.
Thanks, Steve.
Did you manage to take a sneak peek of the heart rate there, Amy?
I can't do it yet. Let me try. It's a tiny one, so I have to watch it on my phone.
Oh, you'll pick it up afterwards. Maybe let us know next. Let us know next week, maybe.
Yeah, I'm
Cool.
on for the next.
Sorry.
I'm on for the next one anyway.
Great. Yeah, I think we sent the email out yesterday or today. Because although it does look good for April, hopefully, fingers crossed, we're doing another set of these guys next month. So again, every Thursday, different sessions, obviously, with Paul Carter and myself. So feel free to sign up to that, guys.
Okay, so again, little bit of recovery here for you. Nothing too strenuous, just get more about rhythm and timing. It's exactly the same movement from the tee to behind the service box for that straight drop. So think about that analogy of pushing the cream off the cake onto the next one. So you're guiding the racket right through the ball, right through the shot. But after we played the drop from here, boom, we're into the front, same position for that clock drop. But now I want you to lift out cross court and then move back to the tee. So you've lifted out cross court, you've played it to the left-hand side of the court, and your opponent then has switched it back across your body. You've missed a volley, you've come back, and you've played a drop. They've played a drop, you've played a lift, you're back to the tee, they've hit you back cross court. So there's a little bit more of a turn that way, then we get back. So we're in for the drop from here, in for the drop here, lift out cross court, back and back round. So there's a little bit more movement. Appreciate you might not have the space, but there's a little bit more movement required if we can. So off we go, straight drop from the back. Lift cross court, back to the tee. They switched it back around your body, David. Lovely, spot on. Could you spot one or two people for us, Steve?
Yeah.
Lovely, David. Lift out with your head, watch it, good. And they hit it back round you, good.
I'm looking
nice,
at Jeff.
Jeffrey, brilliant.
Jeff, yeah. Good.
So straight. What you're doing, Amy, straight drop from the forehand, straight drop from the forehand, straight drop from the forehand, straight drop, Amy, from the forehand. And then lift out from the forehand and then turn and then back. That's it. You got it. Lovely. That's it. Nice, Jeff. Watch it with your head. Make sure your head goes with the ball. Nice, Gillian. Make sure your head goes with the ball.
Good, David. Yeah, I like it.
Lovely. Lift out, Amy. Watch it. That's it. Lovely. Yes. Good. Brilliant. Okay, have a little breather. Good. So the key to that, to make that work properly for you, the key for that is not just swinging the arm across your body, but as you hit, your head goes with you and the racket brings you out. Yeah. So yeah, lovely, Jeff. So often players hit and then turn, and you've missed a window of opportunity to watch the ball. You've got it. I know you've got to be stable in the shot, and you want to be balanced. But if you don't turn your head quick enough, you've lost sight of that ball momentarily, and that could be the difference between anticipating the next shot and missing the next shot. So it's a rhythm thing. I think these little movement patterns can be really practiced away from the squash court. Just really visualizing it. Okay, so you're going to move the tee over to the other side. So we're going to do it down on the backhand side, or my backhand side, sorry. So I'm into this position here. I'm from the tee, behind, straight drop, into the front, lift out cross court, and then turn me back round, in for the drop, lift out cross court, back round, they've turned me round. You've got it in one. Just think about your opponent hitting the ball.
Watch the ball there, Jeff. If you're playing
lovely, brilliant, David. That's really good, David. Lift out. Excellent. Turn, yeah, lovely. Turn, Amy. Oh. I'll tell you what.
Fantastic.
I'll tell you what, if that,
I can't find fault with it.
If the black ball tournament in Egypt's got four open spaces next week with the pros, I'm putting your names forward. Hey? And I'm not talking about age group events either, Jeff. I'm talking about the pro tour, okay? Excellent. Really good. Excellent.
Really light on the feet there, Jeff. It's good.
Really superb. Lost Amy. Amy's gone.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done, Gillian.
Thank you. You know how you were saying heel toe?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that something you should be practicing in your golf thing as well? Like
absolutely.
Front heel toe.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, guys, have a little breather. I think the common mistake, Gillian, is people that say get on your toes. It's not on your toes. You're on the balls of your feet. The moment you're on your toes, you're tippy-toeing, you're rocking. You can't, it's just, yeah, that's it. It's having a little flex in the knee, like we've talked about, and being on the balls of your feet. And as you move, then you land on your heel, plant your toe. Was Amy okay, Steve, or she just zoned out?
I honestly don't know where she's gone.
No.
Yeah, maybe you lose power if your battery's low.
I'll see if I can get onto her. Have we got another
There's
round?
One other. Say again.
Have we got another round, or is it on to me?
Well, there's one other one we can do that I want you to think about, and it's just a slight variation of what we've done. if you can imagine you've played a drive from the back of the service box on the left-hand side of the court, like you've been doing here, but now I've played a drive, I've come out to the tee, I'm watching Jeff, and now Jeff's really switched in a very quick low boast. I'm now going to the right-hand side and just plopping the drop in. So I've come back, I've played a drive, I've come to the tee, I'm angled. I've got this angle. This is the stuff that Steve's talking about. I've got this angle and just whipped in a boast. I'm now turning and coming in and playing a little drop in the opposite corner. Yeah, I know we're limited on space, lovely. So you play the drive and keep diagonal. Watch, stay diagonal. Yeah, try and hold the tee a little bit, David. Try and hold the tee after you've played the drive and then get that slight push. You know, you play, yeah, boom, and then you're off. That's it. Do you know what I'm saying, Gillian? So you slight hold that tee. Good.
You're diagonal here, and then you turn in.
Yes. Yeah, straight drive, hold the diagonal. Hold the diagonal and then split step in. Good, that's it, Jeff. Lovely. Good. And that happens a lot, doesn't it? You get caught sometimes that what you think is going to be a straight drive back down the line, and then suddenly you've really got to get that split step in, that push, you know, that diagonal movement that Steve was doing earlier to get onto that drop. And then once you've done a couple more, then just switch sides and try it on the other side. I find it easier to recover the boast from, excuse me, from the left-hand side than I do the right-hand side. I just find it easier.
I've sent her an email, Cox.
Okay, mate. Lovely. Good. Lovely. Okay. Four different movement patterns there, just to think about. I mean, you know, when we get on court and that, we can really open them up and see you all doing them with the full court movement. But just to get into that habit of thinking about racket prep, taking the ball in with a little drop, taking it out with a lift, with the straight arm, which is not often practiced. You know, it's not often practiced that. And what Steve and I say is having the appropriate racket preparation for the shot you're playing.
If you're doing that movement pattern on court, how much time would you recommend? Like 8 minutes, let's say non-stop, just doing it, assuming you're not going at, let's say, full speed.
I would do something at a pace that I'm learning the patterns, and then I'd increase it that I could only perhaps do 7 or 8 flat out, Gillian, and then it'll break down. So I wouldn't go to the extent of 8 minutes, but I might do, you know, 20 or 30 shots, very slow, get in the rhythm, get in the balance, and then put in 6 or 7 fast as I can, and it's going to break down, and then you might go back again. I think the problem is with ghosting, people attempt to do it at a pace that's just totally ridiculous, you know, and it becomes just a racket swinging exercise. You know, if it gets to that point, I'll just go for a run around the block. But I would make sure that I get the appropriate, you know, treat it like a rally. Not all rallies are brutal, are they? Some rallies are quite predictable. Some rallies you hit down the left-hand wall 5 or 6 shots and there's no pressure at all. And then suddenly somebody flicks in a boast and then whoa, then you know, the heart rate goes up to 180 and I'll get it back and then blah, 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 and then it settles back down again. So I treat ghosting a bit like a wave, Jill. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. But initially, when you're learning a new movement pattern, then that's done at a pace that's you know, that it could even be walking through it.
Okay, thanks.
We lost you, Amy. You're back in now. I'm over to Steve for your physical block, Stevie.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll just spot on myself. Great. So there's just enough time to get 2 rounds of this last bit. So you're familiar with the format: 20 seconds, 10 seconds rest. What I might actually do is I might adjust it a little bit so we can have time for 2 blocks. The 4 exercises, we've got 2 which are aimed at increasing your heart rate, then 2 which are core based. Okay, so I just need you to practice the last 2. The first 2 you don't need to practice, just watch. We've got lunge jumps. So this one, if you want to take it a bit lighter, we're staying nice and light on your feet. Okay, if you want to take it a bit more seriously, then we're dropping down with the knees, exploding up. Okay, jumping up and dropping down with the knee. Okay, number 2 is mountain climbers. So you're in a press up position and we're throwing the knees in. Okay, as fast as you can. It's just 20 seconds. Okay, the two that I need you to practice is the plank at extension. So what I need you to do is get into a plank position, which is like this, but then take it even further forwards. Now, a normal plank position, I reckon most of you can probably hold it for 45 seconds, maybe a minute, or maybe 1.5 or 2, but we're only holding it for 20 seconds. So the normal plank, and then extend that position by about 1 inch or 2 inches, or for some of us, it might be about as much as a foot that you can still hold that same position.
Oh, you always get a show off in a group. You always get a show off in a group, don't you, guys? Sorry.
You need the range, don't you?
Oh, okay, Steve. Thanks.
And then the last one is a V-sit position. Okay, V-sit, where we're sat on our bum, feet are off the floor here, leaning back, but it's a V-sit toe touch. So you're going to reach forwards and touch your opposite toe with your hand. Now, the easy way to do this is just for you to stay, your upper body stay where it is, and just bring your feet towards you. The harder way is to actually physically stretch forwards, as well as a little bit of a movement with your foot. Okay, so take that one how you would like to. Okay, any questions? Because we're going to go straight in if there are no questions. Amy, you're on mute.
Sorry, I just need to follow you. I got very distracted.
So you need to do what, sorry?
Follow you.
You need to start it, but you're going to need to demonstrate the motion. Start it, Steve.
With which X? That's fine. I'll demo. That's okay. All right, so the first one, guys, is the lunge jump. Okay, we're going to do lunge jumps. Carts, can you do times then?
Are we doing 20, did you say, Steve?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Hold it.
Okay, so lunge jumps are going to be here, Amy.
3, 2, 1, go. 20 seconds.
Okay. Dropping that knee down a little bit low if you want it a bit more seriously, or staying nice and light on the feet.
Halfway. 2, 1, and 10-second recovery.
The next one, guys, is mountain climbers. So it's press up position. We're throwing the knees in.
2, 1, go.
Really nice.
Two, 1, and time.
Next one's the lunge jumps again, guys. Okay, so opposite arm, opposite leg.
2, 1, go.
There's a lot of 2 1s and goes in this, isn't there? If you're doing a timer.
It's instant, isn't it? Very good, Amy. Well done, Gillian. Well done, David. Well done,
Try and
Jeff.
get the
Good.
other arm going there, David. You've got the same arm, same leg going forwards. Try and go opposite arm, opposite leg. That's it, mate.
2, 1, time.
Into the mountain climbers next.
2, 1, go.
We'll do one more round, but just 2 of the exercises.
Okay.
Good, Jeff. Well done.
Two, 1, and time.
Plank extension now, guys. So that's that plank position, which is normally here, but you're going to edge your elbows forwards as far as you're comfortable.
1, go.
Hold, okay? Hold that for 20. Okay, might be an inch, might be a few inches. It's up to you. But challenge yourself. Try and keep your bum down, though. Keep your bum so it's not
Good, Amy. 2, 1, change.
Okay,
10-second recovery.
Yeah, twist round onto your bums, guys. V-sit position, and we're extending forwards and reaching the opposite toes with the opposite arm. Okay, get yourself.
Go. Sorry, I got carried away watching you, Steve.
You can find your knees, I guess, or you can.
Sorry?
Can you bend your knees or you don't?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have your knees bent, yeah.
2, 1, and time.
Plank position, guys. Plank extension.
2, 1, go. Squeeze it out, squeeze it out. 2, 1, time.
And the V-sit toe touch.
2, 1, go. Two, 1, and time.
Well done, guys. I'm going to go 60 seconds rest, please, Carts.
16, yep.
We're just going to take 2 exercises, guys, to finish 2. We're going to do the mountain climbers and we're going to do the V-sit toe touch. Okay, so we're going to take out the plank extension and the lunge jumps. We'll just do those 2 in Tabata format. So we'll go mountain climbers, V-sit, mountain climbers, V-sit. In about 30 seconds, I think, probably, Carts.
Nearly, yeah. Yeah, almost. But I can do it a little bit quicker if you want. You did say a minute. Yep.
Yeah, a minute's good.
Okay.
And we know those exercises now, so. Okay,
10 seconds.
Well done, guys. So
10
get
seconds.
yourselves ready for the mountain climbers, guys. So we're going to do 20 seconds mountain
5,
climbers.
2, 1, go.
Good. Chuck those knees in, everyone. Well done, Amy. Good, Gillian.
Have a name.
20 seconds, Steve, yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. 5, 3, 2, 1, and time.
V-sit toe touch. This is an exercise of my own invention, by the way. Unless
2,
one of you are here.
1, go.
Unless one of you can tell me otherwise and break my heart. I have yet to find someone.
Opposite
Who's
hands,
got-
David, if you can. Opposite hands, opposite legs, if you can. That's it, that's it.
Really nice, Gillian. Well done.
2, 1, and time.
Mountain climbers, guys. Last minute. Mountain climbers.
2, 1, go.
It starts to get really tough. That plank, when I was actually doing it, it felt like a lot longer than 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Two,
Really good.
1, time.
Last exercise of the day. It's the V-sit toe touch. Well done, everyone. Try and really extend forwards,
1,
but then come back
go.
again. Extend forwards, then reach back, then extend forwards. Don't just stay all the way forwards, because then it's just the tapping of your toes. Extend forwards, rotate, extend forwards, and extend back.
Two, 1, time.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done, guys. That's not easy. That is not easy. Feel free to put your mics on, guys. Just finishing the session. How's that today, Jeff?
Got to 154 beats per minute, so close to death, but not quite dead.
154, okay. Right, yeah.
Nice. Without getting too into the numbers, is that 90, 95% the max?
That's about 90%. My max is about 172 at the moment.
Okay.
So
Nice.
it's about 90%. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Good, guys. That's it for today.
Thank you.
Any concluding remarks, Mr. Carter?
No, just think about. I mean, you can access all these. I know Vicky puts them on the Middlesex site. So whatever you missed at the start there, Gillian, you can pick it up, and you might want to just refresh yourself on some of those little movement patterns that we've done. But my take on it, when you're ghosting or whenever you're playing a shot, you want to be able to play 2 shots from the same position. If you can play 2 shots from the same position, you are going to cause confusion for your opponent. Now that, in my opinion, is done by having good movement, good balance, and having a racket prep that is consistent, that's neutral, that allows you to play 2 shots. So if you're coming in with a racket that's up by the ceiling, you're never going to play a successful drop down by the floor. Likewise, if the racket's down by the floor, you're never going to get it up in time and play a killer drive. So it's having a racket that's appropriate for the shot that you're playing. Sometimes you're just out, you're full extension, and there's nothing you can do. You just get the ball back. But if you can think about 2 shots from the same position, brilliant. That's why the world class players, they've got 3, 4, 5, 6 shots from the same position. If you can get 2, you're really cooking, you know.
I need you to tell me on the spot in the court.
Yeah, well, like I said the other week, you know, what would be nice, and I'm sure we can arrange something with Middlesex, you know, that works for everybody, that we could all get together as a group of 5 or 6, because we're allowed 6 in May, and go through some of these exercises.
That'd be lovely, actually.
Bring them to life. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I need that, Paul and Steve. I'm not very good with the virtual stuff.
No, it's difficult. It's very difficult. Appreciate that. But what we've got, you sowed the seed a little bit, and then when you do it on the court, hopefully it might shortcut the learning curve a little bit.
Yeah. Oh,
Hopefully.
I done my heartbeat, Steve. 122 max. No chance. Even I was walking on the street today, I got 123. I don't know why. Maybe
How tight you were in your watch? How tight you were in your watch?
Fairly reasonable.
Yeah,
quite tight, and also a little bit higher, perhaps.
Oh, maybe. Okay, maybe next week I try again.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, because I'm definitely more tired.
Yes.
Okay, cheers, guys.
Well done, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks very much. I'll see you next week. I'm going to try and get
Guys.
Annette to join
Thank
as
you.
well.
Bye-bye.
See you next week.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
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 Hey, Steve, can I just ask a quick question about the next sessions? Because I'm obviously keen to join up for the next 4 weeks, but is there any difference between the Tuesday and Thursdays? Because Tuesdays is potentially easier for me, but
You'll be at a slightly higher level, David, but because it's remote, it doesn't make any difference. You know, it's just it's how much you apply yourself, isn't it? It's the intensity that you want from it, isn't it, Steve? Is that right?
We don't adjust it too much. We just perhaps go into a bit more detail in this session. But if you're there, then we'll be able to go into the same level of detail anyway.
Yeah.
So it could work if I went on Tuesday. It shouldn't be a problem.
No,
it won't be a problem.
Great.
We just give a little bit more on this, a little bit more technique on this one, but the workouts are very similar.
Great. I'll check the diary. Thanks very much, guys.
Okay, thanks, Dave. Cheers, pal.
David.
Bye-bye.
On as well. It's just gone. Left me here.